Why you should never wash your face.
Never put these 3 aging accelerators on your face. If you're anything like most women, you'd probably think the 3 skincare products I'm about to share with you are great for your skin. Yet, they're actually the worst. Let's start with the least of these 3 evils, soap. See, whenever you use soap to clean your face, soap actually kills healthy skin cells and pulls moisture out of your skin. This makes your face dry, giving you unwanted wrinkles and a crepey look. However, soap isn't the worst thing you can put on your face. There is something you want to avoid much more than soap. See, this remedy is a household staple. You probably have it in your bathroom right now, yet it's so dangerous for your skin. What am I talking about? Petroleum jelly or Vaseline. Why are these so bad? Well, petroleum jelly was discovered by oil rig workers at the bottom of empty petroleum barrels. Even though the formula has changed over the years, petroleum jelly produced in the United States is still contaminated with toxic chemicals called polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. Several studies suggest that these chemicals can cause cancer. This means each time you put a little petroleum jelly on your face, you smother your skin with cancer-inducing chemicals. Plus, jelly is very rich in texture, and while it might feel like you're doing your skin a favor, in actual fact, you're just clogging up your pores. This then causes breakouts, acne scars, and more wrinkles. And look, while soap, Vaseline, and petroleum jelly certainly need throwing in the trash, they're not the worst offender of all. In fact, the next product on my no-go list is so popular right now, you might be surprised to hear it's actually pretty useless. I'm talking about collagen creams. See, you might have heard the reason we get wrinkles is due to collagen loss. And that's true. As you age, you will lose collagen fibers. This probably will make your skin weak, crepey, and dull. So naturally, it would make sense to add more collagen to your face, right? Well, not quite. See, collagen molecules are enormous. That means when collagen is added to creams, it can't get through to the dermis where all the collagen lives. This means no matter how much collagen cream you put on your face, you end up wasting time and money. Now, this doesn't mean collagen products don't work. They do. In fact, if you use the right type of collagen the right way, you can erase the wrinkles, firm up sagging skin, and look better than you have in years. You just need to make one simple change to your lifestyle. Although this story is difficult and embarrassing to tell, I've met so many strong, beautiful women who've also been through impossibly tough times. And together, they've inspired me to share my story. Because what happened next led to a breakthrough discovery that saved me from a lifetime of insecurity and heartache. And it may very well save every woman watching from the same tragic fate too. It's a breakthrough discovery that reveals what may be the root cause of wrinkles, slack, saggy skin, and thin gray hair. And as we're about to see, it isn't something that can be fixed with a cream, serum, or lotion, or collagen powders, supplements, or shakes. Heck, even the knives and needles of a top surgeon wouldn't help. It's an astonishing discovery which led to a simple 2-minute before breakfast ritual that helped me correct nearly every visible sign of aging I had within weeks, freeing me of the slack, saggy, dull skin and thinning hair that was rapidly stealing my youth, leaving me to stun friends, family, and patients with the new look of my complexion in a matter of weeks. Yet more importantly than all that, it rescued me from a life sentence of crippling doubt and low self-esteem while saving the 2 things held dearest to me, my professional pride as a doctor and my marriage. The same before breakfast ritual mysteriously seemed to bring the aging clock to a hard stop for years afterward, and continues to defy what almost every other leading skincare expert recommends women do to enjoy timeless beauty. A powerful transforming beauty ritual that turns everything we thought we knew about keeping our youthful looks upside down. And whether I stumbled upon this because it was destiny divine intervention, or just sheer luck, I wholeheartedly believe it is my duty as a doctor to pay it forward and give as many women as I possibly can the unique joy of having the confident, youthful look that leaves their friends and family amazed. Mark my words, this can work for almost any woman of any age, and it doesn't matter whether their main hang-up is wrinkles, loose, saggy skin, thin, graying hair, unattractive nails, or even their weight. This easy before breakfast ritual changes lives for the better in every way that counts with long-standing results. I promise this is something completely different than anything other leading skincare experts have talked about before. Yet, we will hear about one careless mistake I guarantee most women are making every day. This one thing is always sold as a great way to keep youth and beauty on our side, but to me, the science is crystal clear. When ladies make this mistake, all they do is accelerate the aging clock and practically beg their body to make them age well before their time. No skincare routine, diet, or lifestyle can help, and they'll always look like the years have been unkind. I've seen the effects myself, so I know it all too well. And I'll delve into exactly what I'm talking about in just a moment. But first, hello and welcome. I'm Dr. J, and the cruel irony of my kind of bizarre story is that just prior to being blindsided by my rapidly aging skin in my mid-30s and all the near catastrophic consequences that came with it, I was actually recognized as one of the world's leading experts in skincare and beauty. So yes, it could have been a painfully embarrassing fall from grace. I graduated as a dermatologist from Harvard and Yale, founded the Miami Skin Institute, become a regular speaker at the Cosmetic Surgery Forum, and was well known amongst the Florida Society of Dermatologic Surgeons. For years, my private practice was booked flat out Monday to Friday, full of women that trusted me to help them keep their youth. But of course, like many women out there, the second my looks were disappearing, I was judged on how I looked and nothing else. Yet when I look back, I wouldn't change a thing. I believe this may be the only thing ladies will ever need to do to regain total control of their beauty and confidence. So just watch the rest of this short presentation. Try what I'm about to share for just a few weeks, because the easy before breakfast ritual I'm going to share right now delivers the kind of timeless beauty that was previously only available to Hollywood A-listers and wealthy women for a pretty penny, but remarkably now costs less than $1.50 a day. I'm talking about an almost automatic and almost effortless way to have the kind of ageless beauty that have men falling all over themselves and other women wishing they looked anywhere near that good when they reach a similar age. Better still, it's safe for even the most sensitive skin. 100% ethical and flawless skin, shiny hair, stronger nails are just some of the things women can look forward to in the very near future. And I'll admit, I know it sounds hypey. And look, I think it's smart to be skeptical, but I promise this is everything I say it is and more. There's concrete proof this life-changing before breakfast ritual that has worked well for me, but it's the countless other women out there from all walks of life with far more impressive results that really leaves viewers speechless. Many of these women were doing a lot right, trying everything to hold on to their youth, yet nothing worked. And even worse, like me, they were waking up to even more wrinkles and even saggier skin. So trust me, there's no one more qualified on the planet to show women how they can say goodbye to their skin insecurities for good. The fact of the matter is that traditional skincare can only do so much. And for so long, I was living proof of that myself. By the time I was just 37, I was working 14-hour days that quickly became 16 to 18-hour days. I became the woman that looked after everyone else except herself. And at that point, my experience as a doctor, nor my chock-full cabinet of beauty products could save me. And it became clear that I couldn't fight my genetic fate, and there's going to be no escape. My genes had totally betrayed me. I felt like such a failure. Going into work, doing my best to help my clients look perfect, even though I was totally ashamed of the way I looked inside. It was all so hopeless, I was ready to give up. I thought that maybe being a dermatologist wasn't for me anymore. And let's be honest, who would want to be advised by someone who was starting to feel like they were the worst looking doctor alive? I know how frustrating and deflating it feels to have tried everything and still look and feel significantly worse than every friend around at the same age. To feel like a prisoner trapped in the body of a stranger, watching everyone else live their life like it's a fairy tale, is painful for all of us. And that makes it easy for me to empathize with every woman watching. Yet, crazily enough, the restless, near-sleepless nights that were my only escape from the vicious everyday judgment set me on a path to discovering the one thing that would fix the insecurity holding me back from the life I used to love. And I know first-time viewers are going to be blown away when they see the fix for themselves in just a few moments. But remember, I'm a dermatologist that's been a beauty industry insider my entire adult life. So I had already digested the latest medical journals, scientific studies, and trends showing that the collagen deficiency most women experience in their 30s and 40s is way more serious than people realize. It doesn't just make the skin wrinkly, creased, and thin, or loose and saggy. It's a curse that can shut down the body's whole in-house beauty matrix, meaning that the skin will continue to age rapidly. The hair will start to gray and thin prematurely. The nails start to crumble over time, and the aches from the mental torment will never go away. So it should go without saying, I had a very good reason to actively try and find a way to overcome the declining collagen levels rapidly stealing my youth. Fortunately enough, I was able to have a coffee with another skincare expert who is really well known for her totally different approach to youth and beauty. Her name is Donna, and her herbal and holistic methods with Chinese medicine are super popular with the wealthier women here in Miami. I'll be honest, I definitely felt a twinge of jealousy when I met with her. The woman was the definition of timeless beauty. She's 60, but comfortably looks better than most 40-year-olds. She looks like she lives in the gym and could easily be a celebrity herself. Not only that, her practice was one of the most successful in the world, and I was slightly envious of how many more A-listers she had on her books than I did. It was a little intimidating to open up to her, but I had to know her methods. There must be a reason why both her and her clients look like they stopped aging 20 to 30 years ago. And by the time we'd finished chatting away, having coffee, she'd totally blown my mind. Donna put me at ease straight away. She was gracious and even complimented me on my outfit. I felt like a girl with a crush. She then started by asking me a handful of questions. Some were normal questions about my skin, my routine, and my lifestyle, while others were far more out of the ordinary. I answered everything in detail, pouring my heart out in the hope things would change. And then she did something I'd never seen before. She put her coffee down and asked me to sit up on the edge of my seat and pay close attention. She took my wrist and gently pinched the skin at the top of my hand between my thumb and my pointer finger, holding on for a few seconds, then releasing. I had no idea what she was doing. But there and then, she told me she was confident she knew exactly what my problem is.
Manjula, you're suffering from one of the worst early collagen collapses I've ever seen. As you know, collagen is by far the most important thing for youthful skin, and this little test is telling me you're not getting nearly enough of it. It's clear that since the collapse, you aren't even producing a fraction of the collagen your skin needs to be smooth and firm.
All she did was take one look at how long it took my skin to bounce back, and she knew what was causing my downfall. There I was, a dermatologist that's graduated from Harvard and Yale, thinking I know everything about collagen. But a collagen collapse? This was something I had never heard of before. I was glued to everything Donna was saying, and I'll share exactly what she meant by a collagen collapse in just a moment. But first, here's what all women need to know about collagen. Both myself and the vast majority of women have been getting it completely wrong when it comes to slowing down aging. Everything we do to make ourselves look and feel better is meaningless if the amount of collagen the body is producing continues to rapidly decline. The health and youthful appearance of our entire body, and especially our skin, hair, and nails, hinges 100% on our body's collagen production. This alone has the power to determine how fast we age, how comfortable we feel in our own skin, and how we look on the whole. It all starts when our bodies naturally go through a restorative process called collagen synthesis. Basically, everything good, everything positive, and everything that matters when it comes to how we look and feel all comes from this special collagen synthesis process. Vital repairs all throughout the body are made, but it's the skin, hair, and nails that especially benefits. Wrinkles that run deep like canyons and fine lines that look like spider webs can be visibly reduced, and firmness and elasticity can be restored to even the saggiest skin. All this regeneration and more naturally happens during the critical process of collagen synthesis. And with all that being said, it's easy to understand the damage we experience when we don't produce anywhere enough collagen. Now, let me explain the all too common condition that Donna told me about, a condition many experts are now calling a collagen collapse. For starters, it's not easy to recover. In the famous Aging of the Skin During Menopause study by the European Academy of Dermatology, the doctors noted that women lose as much as 30% of their collagen levels within the first 5 years after menopause. And this steep loss is strongly linked to another of our worst enemies, the dreaded estrogen deficiency. The hormone estrogen plays a hugely influential role on the skin, and when it's balanced, it can keep the skin firm, taut, and lifted. But too little estrogen eats away at collagen, further depleting our dangerously low levels, making the skin loose and wobbly all over the body and causing a horrible, irritating dryness. And as the years continue to pass, growing levels of what many experts agree is the worst aging hormone start to take control. Its real name is DHT, and for decades, scientists thought increased DHT levels only affected men. But in more recent times, they've realized it plays a vital role in how women look too, as it stops the body from producing collagen, making it even harder for the skin to fight gravity, further stretching the skin around the neck, cheeks, jawline, forehead, and arms, erasing any chance of maintaining our youthful firmness and looking better as time continues to march on. And to make things even more difficult, simply taking a collagen powder or supplement doesn't help most of the time. The vast majority of so-called collagen boosters use short-branch collagen molecules, which are really small proteins easily digested by enzymes in the stomach, meaning they never have the chance to boost our collagen levels at all. So obviously, handling our collagen collapse the wrong way is a careless mistake we need to avoid at all costs. Even if we think we're okay because our skincare routine, diet, and lifestyle is healthy, we're not doing anything to rebuild our collagen levels or restore our body's in-house beauty matrix. If the collagen collapse really takes a stranglehold of the body and we don't act, time will just start to accelerate our aging even faster. New wrinkles and fine lines will appear, many in places we've never seen before. Wearing loose, saggy skin everywhere like a hideous piece of jewelry becomes normal. And the only hairstyle available is thin and gray. All of this is happening because of 3 reasons. The first is no surprise, it's age. We have Mother Nature to thank for this one. And the second one is somewhat obvious too, genetics. It would be lovely if we could all win the genetic lottery and effortlessly keep our sexy charm well into our latter years. But women this lucky aren't typical. And hey, there's nothing wrong with needing a little something to keep ourselves looking every bit as good as those blessed with great genes. Yet in my opinion, most damaging of all is the collagen products with literally next to no benefit flooding the market today. Some of the worst culprits are the big, trustworthy brands who have spun their very own fairy tale so that they can dip into our pockets and help themselves to a share of this $1 billion industry. However, the craziest part of all of this is that we can produce enough collagen to compensate for the collagen loss we've experienced. It's already within all of us, just waiting to be unleashed. And it's easy to do thanks to Donna and her list of simple ingredients to take before breakfast.
Follow these instructions exactly. Get every nutrient on the list and take them every morning for the next month or 2 so we can see if there's any difference. Of course, taking any one of these nutrients on their own will have some benefit, yet I think the remarkable transformations happen when they're all taken together. Do that and let me know what happens. I think we'll see a stunning change.
I recognize quite a few of the scientifically proven ingredients on the list from various studies I'd read over the years, but never imagined the impact they could have on my skin, hair, and nails when taken at the same time. First on the list was 400 milligrams of a unique skin and hair complex that contained the perfect amount of hydrolyzed collagen peptides. These are one of the best types of collagen proteins and the only ones women should consider taking. They aren't easily dissolved in the stomach, so they can actually have an effect and start to restore collagen that was lost to the menopause. Saw palmetto was also on the list, a rare form of it that studies have shown can reduce levels of the aging hormone DHT by as much as 32%. Not only that, reducing DHT can also promote increased estrogen levels. So now we can be free of the tired, dull skin potentially caused by these aging hormones and save ourselves from what I personally believe are the biggest collagen thieves in the entire body. The science says that this ingredient alone could make the skin, hair, and nails more attractive than ever before. Now, I also like that she included lysine. It's now one of my favorite ingredients as it helps build up even more collagen in the skin and is amazing for elasticity and firmness. And the last ingredient of note in this one-of-a-kind complex is silica, an ingredient that helps carry oxygen through the body, which is a part of the process many would ignore, but honestly, it's so critical to collagen production that it can make all the difference. There was also 100 milligrams of the purest grade, naturally sourced vitamin C available, which I was delighted to see as it can accelerate collagen synthesis process and help the body maintain youthful skin. And lastly, 2 breakthrough ingredients that were added to supercharge everything. A 200 milligram complex of the finest natural skincare minerals on earth and a small but powerful 5 milligrams of biotin. The minerals were included to not only help rebuild from the inside out, but also protect all the new connective tissue. And biotin, the small amount included, can do wonders for bringing dull, tired complexions back to life. Its hydrating and nourishing benefits really make the skin look healthy and alive, and seeing what it's done for my complexion, I can't recommend it highly enough. In the end, it was a completely unique list of beauty-boosting ingredients that can work perfectly together to significantly enhance the youthfulness of our skin, hair, and nails, while in turn immediately giving my body everything it needed to wipe away all the unsightly problems I'd been experiencing since my collagen collapse. I took everything together just minutes before breakfast, exactly as instructed, and waited. I'll admit, I was a little skeptical. This was so far beyond how I used to look after myself, yet after the very first week, I was amazed. The first thing I noticed was how much more rested I was. I had energy again, and that extra spring in my step started to ease a lot of my worries. And over the next couple of months, I started to notice bigger differences in the way I looked and felt myself. My skin had started behaving like it did when I was younger. It was firm and smooth to the touch, visibly refreshed, plumper, and more elastic. It finally looked and felt the way I wanted it to. And by the end of the first 60 days, I felt like I looked better in recent photos than I did in ones taken years ago. And all this without a single change to my actual skincare routine or the lifestyle I love. I never felt more thankful, more grateful, or more fortunate in my life, because I finally had the piece of me that was missing for so many years. And to be able to fill that empty void when I'd nearly given up hope is a gift that keeps on giving. Of course, I told Donna about the results, and she wasn't surprised to see me absolutely delighted. It was clear from my new flawless complexion I'd significantly boosted my collagen levels, and she promised that as long as I continued to take these simple ingredients, I'd continue to see even more profound improvements over the next few weeks. And oh boy, was she right. Not only did my skin continue to look after itself like it did when I was younger, I noticed my hair was growing back thicker, faster, and longer, and there was next to no gray hair in sight. The health of my skin, hair, and nails had transformed me back to what I believe were the best days of my life. And for the first time in decades, it felt like I was free to create moments and memories I'd cherish forever again. This worked so well for me that I had to share the ingredients with my closest girlfriend, and she too was stunned by the results. Having seen just how extraordinary this combination of ingredients was firsthand, and knowing that some of the world's best-known women trust it to keep them drop-dead gorgeous, I wanted to share it with even more women, especially those who felt like they've been cheated out of their youth by bad genetics. And I was set on doing so. But I quickly ran into 3 big problems. 1, I didn't know how I'd find these powerful ingredients. They seemed to be scattered all over the globe, and getting hold of anything in the necessary quality, forms, and concentration was very difficult. 2, I spent a small fortune on my initial 6-month supply of ingredients and couldn't afford to keep doing it. So I had to find a way to make this formula more affordable. And 3, I didn't know where I was going to find the time to pursue this with the practice being busier than ever. Facing these 3 problems felt like fate. I knew if there was anyone experienced, qualified, and connected enough to overcome these challenges, it had to be me. And I knew this was my biggest chance to help thousands more women ease their self-doubts for good. So I leveraged all my contacts, made a short list of the most trusted suppliers in the country, and trusted the brilliant team at Miami MD to get everything that could revive the body's in-house beauty matrix and turn it into something super simple to take. Months passed by, and we had nothing to show for our work. But after many failed attempts, I finally heard news that Miami MD had cracked the code and found a way to turn my Total Beauty Boost into easy-to-swallow vegan capsules that could be taken as a little morning ritual. That was it. We'd done it. We'd successfully created the groundbreaking formula to help support women physically, emotionally, and mentally after their collagen collapse. This formula was everything I dreamt it would be. It was the one kindergarten simple fix that could help visibly overcome even the deepest and most obvious signs of aging. With the power now in my hands, I spared no expense in making sure it helps as many women as possible transform their look, self-image, and future. I'm truly honored to introduce Miami MD's Total Beauty Matrix, the first and only beauty booster on the market to treat what I believe is the real reason our skin wrinkles, creases, and thins. The formula in Total Beauty Matrix contains the scientifically correct dosages of the 8 essential ingredients proven to give the body the right collagen. So collagen can reduce the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines, loose, saggy skin, and elderly-looking hair and nails. Let me be clear, there's never been anything like Miami MD's Total Beauty Matrix in the history of women's beauty and health. Myself, my best friend, and many, many more everyday women can attest to that. In my opinion, this breakthrough formula is light years ahead of any collagen supplement available on Amazon or the magic lotions sold by the big brands. And of course, it's only my opinion, but I prefer the results of this formula over anything a surgeon can do. Just take Total Beauty Matrix before breakfast and let the body naturally do something similar to what it did in our 20s and early 30s. And within weeks, deep wrinkles and fine lines across the forehead, face, and eyes start fading and may even be virtually invisible to the naked eye. The slack, saggy skin that used to always be on show, capturing the attention of friends and family, can now be smoothed, firmed, and tightened. Couple that with thicker, glossier hair and nails that sparkle, and looking in the mirror every morning can become a wonderful experience. Every capsule is manufactured here in the USA in our state-of-the-art facility. It's vegetarian, non-GMO, and proven to have 0 side effects. So even for the most sensitive skin, it's 100% safe. It's ethical too. We'd never test on animals and despise the big names that do. But best of all, it only takes 2 minutes in the morning to benefit from this beauty transforming formula. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but I think being one of those rare women that only looks better as time goes on and living life without insecurities, self-esteem issues, and nagging hang-ups is worth paying a pretty penny for. Just think about that for a second. How much is never having to load the reflection in the mirror worth? How much is cherishing every moment of life that little bit more worth? How much is it worth to never worry or wonder whether friends and family are quietly being judgmental in private? Is there really a way to come up with that number? Well, don't worry. All of this can be experienced for nowhere near what many would consider totally fair and reasonable. This isn't about money for me. This is about knowing what it's like to have our youth, beauty, and confidence stolen away many years too early. This is about having lived through the pain, frustration, and helplessness of watching my own looks rapidly fade in my 30s and the devastating effects it had on my life. I know what it's like to feel that nothing can be done, and I don't want any woman to needlessly carry their painful baggage around any longer than they need to. All I care about is getting it into the hands of as many women as possible, as I know their lives can drastically improve. That's why I'm not going to add a huge markup to a cheap product like the vast majority in the beauty industry do. The last thing I want is for price to stand in the way. So even though I may be forced to increase the price in the upcoming days to cover the eye-watering amount that's already been invested in creating this formula, right now there are 500 bottles set aside at a hugely discounted rate to thank viewers for spending their precious time with me today. Yet, before making an order, know that both myself and many others achieved our stunning results by taking this consistently. I like to recommend anywhere from 3 to 6 months to start, as that seems to be when most women tell me they're thrilled with their transformation. So to make it easier to see life-changing results, Miami MD are letting ladies order entire 3-month and 6-month supplies at a massive discount. And there's even a small discount on the 1-month supply. It's not quite as big as the 6-month discount, but I love the fact everyone can save some money today. That said, I'm only personally able to guarantee the special pricing on these 500 bottles, which will likely sell out in the next few hours. We're selling these bottles faster than anyone thought, and this is the only time we can offer them this close to our cost price. So stocking up is definitely the smart option. Sadly, Miami MD's Total Beauty Matrix will never cost less than this again, and it's only available here as we don't want middlemen and stores hiking up the price even more. I'm only able to offer today's incredible pricing because the partners at Miami MD share my vision of what this can do for women, and were kind enough to support me on my mission in a small way. Therefore, this is a one-time order. There's no automatic rebill or hidden charges down the road. I've always hated that stuff as much as everyone else. So provided there's no out of stock sign on the next page, there's a table below this video with 3 money savings options. Select the package that's right, click the Add to Cart button, and safely check out with our secure system. You'll get the package in the mail right away. And listen, because I'm so confident that every lady will see results and agree that Miami MD's Total Beauty Matrix is a truly life-changing product, I'm not just promising results, I'm personally guaranteeing them. Women have a full 2 months to give this a try. And if they don't feel like this is the best beauty product to ever land on their doorstep, and they don't love what it does for their skin, hair, and nails, or if they're not happy for any reason whatsoever, then we'll return every penny spent today, no questions asked. There's no need to even give us a reason. And the Miami MD team is so easy to get a hold of, there will be no hassle at all. The only risk is the possibility of pain and regret, because insecurities about how we look don't go away by themselves. Right now, there's 2 full months to test drive this amazing formula and feel the incredible impact it will have on day-to-day life firsthand. See what it does to the skin, hair, and nails, and then decide. It's time to select the money-saving package below and experience everything I've discussed today risk-free. Remember, no collagen powder, magic cream, lotion, or serum, nor a surgeon will help support the body after its in-house beauty matrix has broken down. And although most don't realize it, the decision they make right now determines the trajectory of their life. And they're 2 very different realities. The first choice is ignoring this and doing nothing to finally fix the one problem that may be causing the aging clock to accelerate faster and faster. The body will continue to work against us like a thief in the night, stealing every bit of youth and vitality we once had. Now we're really a shell of our former selves, and the life we really wanted to live has passed us by. This is not what I want for anyone, and thankfully, there's another reality. One that has been chosen by many smart women before, and one we can choose too, right now. It's a reality where even the deepest signs of aging can begin to be visibly reduced day by day. A reality in which the wrinkles, loose, saggy skin, and all the other scars of time are no longer a burden. A reality where there's no contest between friends as to who looks the best for their age, as there's a clear winner. It's the best reality, one where we're free to live life to the fullest without feeling hurt every time we look in the mirror, or self-conscious every time we leave the house. The opportunity to live like this may not be here for long, so it's time to do the smart thing and make the right decision. Select a 6-month, 3-month, or 1-month supply of Miami MD's Total Beauty Matrix below. Take advantage of the 60-day results or it's free guarantee and start living the fun, fulfilling life that only timeless beauties enjoy.